Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am so grateful you have joined me today. And I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. Power is often misunderstood. The world has a way of equating power with titles, wealth, or brute force, but the reality is far deeper. A truly powerful man doesn't need to announce himself. His presence speaks through his actions, his values, and the impact he leaves on others. Let me remind you that power begins within, and it is not something you chase, it is something you cultivate. The first mark of a powerful man is his ability to master himself. Strength is not proven in how much weight you can lift or how loud you can roar. True power lies in self-control. A powerful man doesn't let anger dictate his actions, nor does he allow fear to paralyze him. He knows when to speak and when to remain silent, when to move and when to be still. Self-mastery is the foundation of leadership, and without it, you cannot lead anyone else. It is second. A powerful man is guided by vision. He does not wander aimlessly through life reacting to circumstances. No, he sees a purpose beyond his own existence. He envisions a future that aligns with his calling, and he dedicates himself to building it. Such a man inspires others, not because he demands their loyalty, but because his passion ignites something within them. He knows where he is going, and his determination becomes a compass for those around him. Third, power is influence, not control. The most powerful men in history did not force their way into hearts. They earned their place through service, wisdom, and example. A powerful man listens before he speaks. He builds bridges where others create walls. His influence doesn't manipulate, it liberates. People follow him not because they fear him, but because they respect him. The fourth sign of a powerful man is his commitment to growth. He doesn't settle for mediocrity. He understands that greatness is a journey, not a destination. A powerful man reads, learns, and adapts. He seeks out mentors and challenges himself to become better every day. He knows that to lead others, he must first lead himself into uncharted territories of improvement. Finally, true power is revealed in how a man serves. The world will tell you that power is about taking, but the truth is, it's about giving. A powerful man does not see service as weakness. He sees it as the ultimate strength. He lifts others, even at his own expense, because he knows that legacy is not built in what you acquire, but in what you contribute. His empathy does not make him soft. It makes him unstoppable. It's because you may not realize it, but the signs of true power are within you. They don't come from external validation or material success. They come from the way you live, the way you think, and the way you treat others. So take a moment to reflect. Do you see these signs in yourself? If not, the good news is that power can be cultivated. It begins with a decision to rise above the ordinary, to commit to excellence, and to live not just for yourself, but for a greater purpose. Power isn't found, it's forged. It's the result of choices made in the quiet moments when no one else is watching. So choose to be powerful today. Choose to be a man of vision, discipline, influence, growth, and service. The world doesn't need more men chasing titles. It needs more men chasing purpose. Be that man. The time is now. True power begins with the ability to master oneself, and self-control is at the heart of that mastery. It is not the absence of emotions, but the ability to govern them. A man who practices self-control refuses to be ruled by anger, fear, or impulsiveness. He understands that these emotions, while natural, can become destructive if left unchecked. Power is not displayed in outbursts of rage or reckless decisions. It is demonstrated in the quiet strength of a man who can pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom, even under pressure. Self-stable is evident in the way a man manages his time, resources, and energy. It takes discipline to prioritize what truly matters and to say no to distractions, temptations, or shortcuts. A powerful man knows that every decision he makes shapes his character and destiny. He does not indulge in excuses or blame others for his shortcomings. Instead, he takes responsibility for his actions and ensures that they align with his values and goals. This ability to restrain oneself extends to relationships as well. A man with self-control does not seek to dominate or manipulate others. He listens before he speaks, responds instead of reacting, and chooses his words carefully. He understands that strength lies in gentleness and that respect cannot be demanded. It must be earned through consistent, thoughtful behavior. In moments of adversity, self-control becomes a shield. When circumstances become chaotic, a man who controls himself can remain calm and clear-headed. This ability to maintain composure not only benefits him, but also inspires confidence and trust in those around him. By mastering his impulses, he becomes unshakable, navigating life's challenges with unwavering focus and determination. Self-control is not a restriction. It is the ultimate freedom to choose the best path forward. A man with vision and purpose is a man who knows where he is going. He does not wander through life aimlessly, reacting to whatever comes his way. Instead, he moves with intention, guided by a clear sense of direction. Vision gives his life meaning, and purpose fuels his actions. He is not content with merely existing. He is determined to live a life that matters, one that contributes to something greater than himself. This clarity sets him apart, as it is not circumstances or external pressures that dictate his choices, but the unwavering commitment to his calling. He is one. Vision allows a man to see beyond his current situation. It enables him to imagine possibilities and create a roadmap to achieve them. He understands that the journey may not be easy and that obstacles are inevitable, but his purpose keeps him steadfast. Even when challenges arise, he remains focused, knowing that every step he takes brings him closer to fulfilling his destiny. His vision is not a vague dream, but a vivid picture of what could be, backed by plans and consistent effort. But a man with purpose is not swayed by distractions or the opinions of others. He measures his success not by fleeting achievements or external validation, but by how closely his actions align with his mission. He prioritizes his time and energy, investing them in pursuits that bring him closer to his goals. His purpose serves as his compass, guiding him through uncertainty and giving him the courage to make bold decisions. Such a man becomes an inspiration to others, not because he demands attention, but because his life reflects determination, passion, and meaning. He leads by example, showing what is possible when one is committed to living with vision and purpose. His legacy is not just what he achieves, but the impact he leaves on the world around him. True influence is never achieved through force or coercion. It is earned through trust, respect, and integrity. A man who understands this knows that power is not about domination, but about uplifting and guiding others toward a shared purpose. His influence comes from who he is rather than what he demands. People are drawn to his character, his consistency, and his ability to lead without imposing his will on others. Such a man listens before he speaks. He values the perspectives and opinions of those around him, creating an atmosphere where others feel heard and respected. This ability to connect with people on a human level strengthens his influence. He doesn't need to push or manipulate. His actions and words naturally inspire trust and admiration. His leadership is rooted in humility, and he recognizes that true power lies in empowering others to reach their potential. A man who leads with influence understands the importance of relationships. He builds bridges where others create barriers, fostering unity and collaboration. He knows that the greatest leaders are not those who impose their authority, but those who encourage others to follow willingly. His influence extends far beyond his immediate circle because he models the values he wants to see in the world. This kind of influence is also enduring. While force can achieve temporary compliance, influence creates lasting change. People who follow such a man do so not out of fear, but out of respect and inspiration. His ability to lead by example, to act with integrity, even when no one is watching, makes him a person others trust and look up to. Influence without force is the hallmark of a truly powerful man. It is not something he imposes, but something he embodies, leaving a legacy of positive impact wherever he goes. A powerful man is defined by his commitment to growth. He understands that life is not a static journey, but a continuous process of becoming. He refuses to settle for mediocrity or allow complacency to rob him of his potential. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to learn, and to evolve into a better version of himself. This mindset of growth is not just about achieving success. It is about fulfilling his God-given purpose and maximizing his abilities. A man committed to growth is intentional about his development. He seeks knowledge relentlessly, understanding that wisdom is the foundation of true power. He reads, studies, and surrounds himself with mentors and people who challenge him to think bigger. He is not afraid to admit what he does not know because he sees every gap in knowledge as a chance to learn something new. For him, growth is not optional. It is essential. This commitment also extends to personal discipline. He is willing to embrace discomfort and face challenges because he knows that growth often requires stepping outside his comfort zone. Failure does not discourage him, but strengthens his resolve as he sees setbacks as valuable lessons. He evaluates his actions regularly, holding himself accountable to ensure he stays aligned with his goals and values. A man dedicated to growth also inspires those around him. His journey becomes an example of what is possible when one embraces the process of continuous improvement. He does not compete with others. He competes with himself, striving to be better than he was yesterday. His growth benefits not only him, but everyone connected to him because he becomes a source of strength, wisdom, and encouragement. Commitment to growth is the hallmark of a man who understands his potential and refuses to waste it. It is the relentless pursuit of becoming all he was created to be. Empathy and service are the cornerstones of true strength. A powerful man is not measured by how much he takes from the world, but by how much he gives. He recognizes that the greatest impact he can make comes not from seeking his own gain, but from lifting others. His ability to empathize allows him to connect with people on a deeper level, understanding their struggles, joys, and needs. This connection fuels his desire to serve, not out of obligation, but from a genuine heart of compassion. Empathy is not weakness, it is a profound strength. A man who possesses empathy does not dismiss the pain or experiences of others. Instead, he listens with intent and seeks to understand their perspective. He does not judge or impose his views, but offers support that aligns with their unique situation. This quality makes him approachable and trustworthy, someone others turn to for guidance and encouragement. Service, born out of empathy, is the ultimate expression of leadership. A man who serves does so without expecting recognition or reward. He gives his time, resources, and energy to better the lives of others because he understands that legacy is built in the hearts of those he impacts. He sees opportunities to serve not as burdens, but as privileges, knowing that in serving others, he fulfills a greater purpose. Through empathy and service, a powerful man becomes a force for change. His actions inspire others to act selflessly and with compassion. He understands that the most enduring influence comes from the lives he touches and the hope he instills. By putting others before himself, he demonstrates that true power is not in control, but in contribution. His life becomes a testimony to the strength found in humility and the fulfillment that comes from making a difference. True power is not found in dominance, wealth, or titles, but in the character, vision, and heart of a man who understands his purpose. It is in mastering oneself, leading with vision, influencing through integrity, committing to growth, and serving with empathy that real strength is revealed. The world is desperate for men who embody these traits. Men who rise above the noise, live with intention, and leave a legacy that inspires others to do the same. So ask yourself, are you willing to be that man? Will you choose to lead by example, to grow beyond your limitations, and to use your influence for good? The measure of your power lies not in what you can take, but in what you can give. Step into the man you were created to be. Strong, purposeful, and unwavering. The world is waiting for your light. Don't hold back. Shine. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am so grateful you have joined me today. And I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. Every woman deep within her heart desires to feel truly loved and emotionally supported by the man in her life. It's not just about grand gestures or words. It's about consistent, unwavering love that reassures her that no matter what happens, she's cherished. It's the kind of love that nurtures her spirit and allows her to show up as the best version of herself, confident and secure in the relationship. But love alone is not enough. Every woman also needs to feel a sense of trust and security. She needs a man who is consistent, someone she can rely on. Trust is the bedrock of any meaningful relationship, and without it, the relationship can never reach its full potential. When a woman knows she can depend on you, when she knows that your words and actions align, her heart is free to love and give back with all she has. Next, every woman desires affirmation and respect. It's not enough for her to do everything for you. She needs to know that she is valued for who she is, not just for what she does. She needs your words of encouragement, your respect for her mind, her heart, and her dreams. When you affirm her, not just in the big moments, but in the everyday, you build her up in ways she may never say aloud, but deeply feels. And then there's the need for time and presence. Women want to feel seen, heard, and understood. They need your attention, not just in passing, but in moments that matter. When you take time to listen, to be present, you show her that she is a priority, not an afterthought. It's in the small moments, the quiet evenings, the shared laughs, the simple conversations that you truly build a strong bond. A woman doesn't just want a man beside her, she wants a partner in life. She needs someone who will walk with her through every season, who will share the joys and the struggles, someone who believes in the power of collaboration. When you're not just walking next to her, but walking alongside her, sharing the load, you're building a foundation that nothing can shake. Of course, every woman needs spiritual support. She needs a man who doesn't just stand with her in this world, but one who helps her stand in faith. A man who leads by example, who prioritizes God in his life, who prays for her and encourages her to grow spiritually. This is the kind of partnership that strengthens her, builds resilience, and creates a bond that lasts through all the ups and downs. Lastly, women need a man who believes in them, someone who encourages them to reach for their dreams, to chase after the passions in their hearts. They need a partner who sees their potential, supports their growth, and never holds them back from becoming the women they're meant to be. When you encourage her, you're giving her the gift of self-belief, the confidence to rise higher than she ever imagined. Today, I encourage every man to reflect on these 5 things. Love her with everything you have. Build trust that can't be shaken. Offer her respect and affirmation daily. Be present, truly present in her life. And always, always be her greatest supporter. When you do, you're not just making her life better, you're making your relationship stronger, and you're creating a legacy of love and partnership that lasts a lifetime. A woman's heart longs for a love that is both deep and unwavering, a love that provides a sense of comfort and emotional security. It's the kind of love that doesn't falter in difficult times, but instead grows stronger and more resilient. She craves the reassurance that no matter what happens, her partner will stand by her side, offering strength, understanding, and care. Emotional support goes beyond simply being there physically. It means being there mentally and emotionally, attuned to her needs and concerns. It's listening without judgment, offering a shoulder to lean on when she's weary, and providing words of encouragement when her spirit feels heavy. When a woman feels emotionally supported, she can thrive knowing that she has a partner who nurtures her heart, cares for her well-being, and helps her grow in confidence and love. It's a love that holds her through her struggles and celebrates her victories. A love that becomes a safe haven, allowing her to be her most authentic self without fear of judgment or rejection. This kind of emotional support is the bedrock on which a healthy, thriving relationship is built, giving her the strength to be vulnerable, to open up, and to trust that her partner is there unwavering for the long journey ahead. Trust and security are the foundation upon which a strong relationship is built. A woman needs to feel that she can rely on her partner, knowing that his words and actions align consistently. When trust is present, there is a sense of peace and stability in the relationship, a feeling that she is safe and protected, both emotionally and physically. A man's ability to be dependable in times of need, to keep his promises, and to show up when it matters most builds this crucial trust. It is through the small, everyday actions, being punctual, following through on commitments, and maintaining transparency, that trust is solidified. Security goes beyond physical safety. It encompasses emotional protection too. When a woman feels secure in her relationship, she can open up without fear of betrayal or abandonment, knowing her vulnerability will be respected and held in the highest regard. Trust also means being truthful, even when the truth is hard to share, and creating a space where honesty and openness are welcomed. This security allows a woman to fully invest in the relationship without constant fear or uncertainty. She can relax, knowing that her partner is not just there in the good times, but will remain steadfast through the challenges, offering unwavering support and loyalty. This deep-rooted trust enables a woman to flourish, knowing that she is in a safe, loving environment where she can grow and evolve alongside her partner. A woman's heart thrives on affirmation and respect, as they are the driving forces that allow her to feel valued and seen. Affirmation is more than just praise. It is the consistent recognition of her worth, her efforts, and her unique qualities. It's the kind of encouragement that uplifts her in moments of self-doubt, the words that remind her of the strength and beauty she holds within. A simple, heartfelt compliment or a genuine acknowledgement of her achievements can make all the difference in how she views herself. When a woman is affirmed, it deepens her sense of self-worth, helping her feel confident in who she is and the contributions she brings to the world. Respect, on the other hand, is the acknowledgement of her autonomy, her opinions, and her desires. It's about recognizing her as an equal partner, listening to her thoughts, and validating her feelings. A man who respects his partner honors her voice, treats her with kindness, and values her input. He does not seek to dominate or belittle, but instead empowers her to speak freely and be herself without fear of judgment. This respect also involves recognizing her boundaries and giving her the space she needs to be independent and pursue her own dreams. When both affirmation and respect are present in a relationship, a woman feels deeply connected to her partner, knowing that she is cherished for who she truly is, not just for what she does. This mutual respect and recognition lay the groundwork for a relationship where both partners can thrive, grow, and be their best selves. Time and presence are gifts that no amount of material possessions can replace. For a woman, the value of a man's attention is immeasurable. It's not just about spending time together, but about being fully present in each moment. A woman needs her partner to be emotionally engaged, to listen deeply, and to show up without distractions. In a world full of noise and constant movement, a woman treasures the quiet moments when she can truly connect with her partner when he puts aside his phone, his work, or any external pressures to give her his undivided attention. This presence means more than just physical proximity. It's about being emotionally and mentally available to share experiences, thoughts, and dreams. Whether it's a deep conversation, a shared laugh, or simply sitting in silence together, time spent in genuine connection creates a sense of intimacy and understanding that strengthens the bond between partners. It's in these moments that a woman feels heard, valued, and prioritized. Time, when it is invested with love and care, becomes a reflection of how much a man truly cares for her. The effort to be present, to truly listen and engage, tells her that she matters and that she is not an afterthought, but a priority in his life. It's in the consistent moments of presence, not the grand gestures, that a deep and lasting connection is formed. When a woman feels that her time and heart are valued, she is more open, more vulnerable, and more willing to give in return, knowing that her partner is truly there for her. A woman longs for a partnership that is grounded in mutual respect, shared goals, and deep collaboration. It's not just about two people coexisting under one roof. It's about building something together, standing side by side as equals through all of life's challenges and triumphs. In a true partnership, both partners contribute to the relationship, each supporting the other's dreams and ambitions. A woman desires a man who does not view the relationship as one of dominance or submission, but as a mutual alliance where both can grow and evolve. This kind of partnership means being there for each other, not only in the joyous moments, but also in the times of struggle. It's about tackling life's difficulties hand in hand, offering encouragement when the road gets tough, and celebrating each victory, no matter how small. A woman needs her partner to take an active role in the relationship, not passively watching life unfold, but engaging in the process, offering ideas and making decisions together. The partnership should feel balanced, where both individuals have an equal voice, and their needs, thoughts, and desires are valued and respected. This shared journey of life brings a sense of belonging, knowing that you are not alone in facing the challenges, but instead you have a companion who is willing to share the load, to be there when needed, and to celebrate the good times with you. A woman desires a partnership where both are invested in the future, supporting each other's growth and creating a life that reflects their shared values, hopes, and dreams. It's this partnership that fosters trust, strengthens love, and creates a lasting bond that stands the test of time. A woman deeply values a partner who provides spiritual support, someone who not only shares her faith, but strengthens her spiritual journey. Spiritual support in a relationship means walking together in faith, praying together, and uplifting each other in moments of doubt. It's the shared belief in something greater than themselves, a foundation that transcends the challenges of life and keeps them grounded in purpose. A woman seeks a man who understands the importance of a spiritual connection and who actively fosters an environment where faith can grow and flourish. It's not just about attending church or rituals. It's about leading by example, staying committed to spiritual practices, and encouraging each other to deepen their connection with God. When a man offers spiritual guidance, he helps his partner navigate life's difficulties with faith and hope, rather than fear or uncertainty. His own spiritual journey becomes a source of strength for her as he provides wisdom, insight, and direction rooted in shared values. This support is not about imposing beliefs or controlling, but about walking alongside her, encouraging her to seek God's will in every aspect of life. It's about standing together in prayer during trials and rejoicing together in the blessings. When a woman knows her partner is spiritually strong, it brings peace to her heart, knowing that no matter what challenges arise, their faith will guide them through. A relationship with spiritual support creates a bond that goes beyond the physical or emotional. It is a connection that nourishes the soul and binds the couple together in a deeper, more profound way. A woman needs a partner who believes in her potential, someone who encourages her to pursue her dreams, even when the path seems unclear or difficult. Encouragement is more than just a few words of support. It's a constant reinforcement of her worth, her abilities, and her vision. A man who genuinely believes in his partner's growth is someone who pushes her to be better, not by criticism or comparison, but by providing the kind of encouragement that fuels her self-belief. This support allows a woman to face challenges with courage, knowing she has someone by her side who sees her potential and encourages her to rise to it. It's a man who celebrates her achievements, big and small, who is proud of her progress, and who reminds her of the strength she already possesses when she feels unsure. This encouragement extends beyond the relationship itself. It is about supporting her dreams, whether they are professional, personal, or creative. A man who encourages her growth doesn't hold her back or make her feel confined to any one role, but instead inspires her to stretch beyond the limits she once thought impossible. The growth in a relationship is not just about individual development, but about evolving together. When a woman feels empowered by her partner, she is more likely to step into her full potential, bringing the best of herself to the relationship. She can take risks, try new things, and challenge herself, knowing her partner will stand by her, offering unwavering support every step of the way. It is this encouragement that strengthens her confidence, builds her resilience, and enables her to flourish into the woman she is meant to be. In a relationship, it's not just about what you can receive, but about what you can give. A woman needs a partner who offers love and emotional support, who builds trust and provides security, who affirms her worth and respects her deeply. She needs someone who is present, who shares in the partnership of life, who uplifts her spiritually, and who encourages her growth. These are the foundations of a thriving, meaningful relationship, one where both partners rise together, stronger, more resilient, and more connected. Men, understand the incredible power you hold in shaping your partner's life, in being the steady presence she needs to thrive. When you offer these things from a place of sincerity and devotion, you don't just change her world, you change your own, creating a legacy of love, respect, and growth that will last for a lifetime. So invest in her, stand with her, believe in her, and watch how your relationship transforms into something extraordinary. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am so grateful you have joined me today. And I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. Life is shaped by the decisions we make, and the people we choose to surround ourselves with are among the most significant decisions of all. Relationships are not just emotional connections, they are partnerships that influence our destiny. To live with purpose and to walk in the fullness of your potential, you must learn to discern the types of men who do not align with your values or your vision. First, you must avoid the uncommitted man. He refuses to take responsibility and shies away from the sacrifices that come with building a lasting relationship. A man who cannot commit to the small things will never commit to the greater things. His reluctance will leave you uncertain, and his inconsistency will erode your peace. Then there is the self-centered man. This man places himself at the center of every decision and every conversation. He sees relationships as tools to serve his needs rather than as partnerships for mutual growth. A man who cannot make room for someone else's dreams will only stifle your own. Be mindful of the emotionally unavailable man. He may look the part, he may even act the part for a while, but when the time comes to be vulnerable, to share deeply, or to carry you through the valleys of life, he withdraws. A heart that is closed off cannot give love. And you deserve love that flows freely, not one locked behind walls of fear and indifference. So the manipulative man is another to avoid. He uses charm, flattery, or even guilt to control you. His words may sound sweet, but his intentions are sour. He twists reality to fit his narrative, leaving you questioning yourself and doubting your worth. Manipulation is not love. It is a trap. And beware of the visionless man. He is adrift, lacking purpose and direction. A man without a vision cannot lead you to a future of fulfillment because he does not even know where he is going. He may appear easygoing or carefree, but in the end, he will waste your time and pull you into his stagnation. The irresponsible man is one who will leave you carrying the weight of life's challenges alone. He avoids accountability and shifts the burden of his mistakes onto others. A man who cannot handle his own responsibilities cannot support a partnership. Do not let him drain your strength or rob you of your joy. Finally, avoid the disrespectful man. Respect is the foundation of trust, and trust is the foundation of love. A man who dismisses your feelings, disregards your boundaries, or diminishes your worth is not worthy of your time. He may use words to flatter, but his actions will reveal his true nature. The man you choose to walk with will either elevate your journey or hinder your progress. You are not called to settle for less than you deserve. You are designed for greatness, and the relationships you invest in should reflect that. Choose wisely, for your decisions today will shape your tomorrow. Choose a man who honors your values, respects your boundaries, and shares your vision. Choose a man who will walk with you into purpose. The uncommitted man is one who lives without a sense of responsibility, especially when it comes to relationships and the important matters of life. He avoids making promises and shies away from accountability. His actions are inconsistent and his words often lack weight. This type of man thrives in ambiguity, keeping his options open while refusing to give clear. He may charm you with fleeting affection or temporary gestures, but when it comes time to take a stand and build something meaningful, he pulls away or makes excuses. Such a man often avoids discussing the future, dismissing conversations about long-term plans or mutual goals. His reluctance to commit is not a reflection of indecision, it is a reflection of his unwillingness to invest fully. He may enjoy the benefits of a relationship, but lacks the resolve to handle its responsibilities. Over time, this lack of commitment leaves those around him feeling insecure, unsure of where they stand, and questioning their own worth. The uncommitted man may appear carefree, but his avoidance of responsibility creates chaos and instability. He moves through life without a clear vision or a desire to grow alongside someone else. His actions are driven by convenience rather than purpose. This mindset prevents him from forming deep connections and hinders the potential for true partnership. A relationship with such a man often feels like walking on shifting ground. His inconsistency breeds uncertainty, and his inability to make firm decisions can waste time and energy. True partnership requires dedication, intentionality, and a willingness to take responsibility for one's role. A man who refuses to commit cannot offer the security and trust that are foundational to a healthy and thriving relationship. The self-centered man is one who places his own needs, desires, and ambitions above everything and everyone else. In his world, he is the center of attention, and all things must revolve around his wants. This type of man sees relationships as a means to an end rather than a partnership for mutual growth. He is primarily concerned with what he can gain rather than what he can contribute. His focus is inward. And this narrow perspective prevents him from truly understanding or valuing the needs of others. When dealing with a self-centered man, you will often notice that conversations, decisions, and plans are filtered through how they benefit him. He may dismiss or downplay your opinions and desires, often redirecting attention back to himself. This creates an imbalance where you are left feeling unheard, undervalued, and perhaps even invisible. In his eyes, the relationship is not a shared journey, but a platform for him to fulfill his own desires. This kind of man may be charming and charismatic, often using his charm to draw others into his orbit. However, this charm is usually a tool for self-serving purposes rather than genuine connection. His lack of empathy makes it difficult for him to consider the emotional well-being of others, and his priorities often leave no room for compromise or collaboration. A self-centered man struggles to support or celebrate the growth and success of others. Instead of being a source of encouragement, he may view someone else's achievements as a threat to his own importance. This mindset stifles partnership as he is unwilling to share the spotlight or create space for mutual flourishing. Relationships with such a man become exhausting, as they demand constant sacrifice without reciprocation, leaving little room for true connection or harmony. The emotionally unavailable man is one who cannot or will not engage on a deeper emotional level. While he may show up physically and even participate in surface level conversations, his heart remains closed off. He often builds walls around his emotions, keeping others at a distance and avoiding vulnerability at all costs. This type of man may appear independent and self-sufficient, but his reluctance to open up creates barriers that prevent true connection. When interacting with an emotionally unavailable man, you may notice his tendency to deflect or avoid meaningful discussions about feelings, the past, or the future. He may dismiss your attempts to share your heart, changing the subject or retreating into silence. His inability to acknowledge or process emotions can leave you feeling isolated, as though you are navigating the relationship alone. Despite his presence, you often find yourself yearning for a connection that seems just out of reach. This type of man often struggles with unresolved issues from his past, such as childhood trauma, failed relationships, or fear of rejection. Rather than confronting these emotions, he suppresses them, creating a cycle of detachment. While he may want a relationship, his unwillingness to be vulnerable hinders his ability to give or receive love fully. His fear of being hurt often outweighs his desire to grow emotionally, leading him to prioritize safety over intimacy. Being with an emotionally unavailable man can feel like a one-sided effort. You may find yourself constantly seeking his affection or trying to break through his walls, only to be met with resistance. Over time, this dynamic becomes draining, as his emotional absence leaves a void that cannot be filled. Relationships require mutual openness and a willingness to share the depths of one's heart, something this man is unwilling to offer. The manipulative man is one who uses deception, control, and subtle coercion to serve his own interests, often at the expense of others. His actions are calculated, and his words are carefully chosen to influence and direct situations in his favor. He does not rely on honesty or transparency, but instead twists reality to fit his narrative, creating an illusion that keeps others off balance. His manipulation is often cloaked in charm, making it difficult to recognize his true intentions at first. This man thrives on power and control. He may use flattery, guilt, or even fear to achieve his goals, ensuring that others bend to his will. In relationships, he creates a dynamic where his needs and desires are prioritized, while yours are systematically minimized. He may appear attentive and understanding at times, but these gestures are often tactics designed to gain trust and loyalty. And once he has established control, his true nature becomes evident, leaving you feeling confused, powerless, and even questioning your own perception of reality. The manipulative man is skilled at identifying vulnerabilities and using them to his advantage. He knows how to exploit emotions, turning moments of weakness into opportunities for control. He may dismiss your feelings, twist your words, or rewrite events to suit his agenda. Over time, this behavior erodes confidence and creates a cycle of dependence where you feel trapped in the relationship, unsure of how to break free. Being in the presence of a manipulative man can feel like walking on eggshells. His unpredictable nature and calculated moves keep you constantly second-guessing yourself. He thrives on the imbalance of power he creates, making it difficult for you to assert your needs or find clarity. This type of relationship becomes toxic, draining your energy and undermining your sense of self-worth. The visionless man is one who lacks direction, purpose, and ambition in life. He moves through each day without a clear sense of where he is going or what he wants to achieve. This type of man often lives in the moment, but not in a way that reflects mindfulness or intention. Instead, he drifts aimlessly, failing to consider the future or the steps needed to create a meaningful and fulfilling life. His lack of vision affects not only his own path, but also the lives of those who choose to walk alongside him. This man may appear relaxed or easygoing, but his lack of focus often translates to a lack of responsibility. He is content with mediocrity and avoids challenges that require effort or commitment. Without a vision, he is unable to inspire or lead, leaving those around him feeling frustrated and stagnant. His choices, or lack thereof, create an environment of uncertainty, as there is no shared goal or destination to strive toward. Being in a relationship with a visionless man can feel like being stuck in neutral while the world moves forward. He may be charming and fun in the short term, but his inability to dream or plan for the future becomes a heavy burden over time. This man often resists change and avoids making decisions that require long-term thinking. His complacency prevents growth and stifles the potential for a fulfilling partnership. Without a clear sense of purpose, the visionless man cannot provide stability or direction. He struggles to support or encourage the dreams of others because he has no foundation of his own. In the absence of ambition, he becomes a passenger in life rather than a driver, unable to take charge or navigate challenges. This creates a cycle of stagnation that holds everyone involved back from achieving their full potential. The irresponsible man is one who refuses to take accountability for his actions, decisions, and obligations. He avoids the weight of responsibility, leaving others to deal with the consequences of his choices. This type of man thrives on excuses, often blaming external circumstances or other people for his failures. Instead of owning his role in situations, he shifts the burden onto those around him, creating frustration and resentment. His lack of accountability disrupts relationships, workplaces, and communities, as his unreliability makes it difficult to depend on him. In a relationship, the irresponsible man creates chaos. He neglects commitments, fails to follow through on promises, and often leaves important matters unresolved, whether it's financial obligations, emotional support, or simply showing up when needed. He falls short. His unpredictability makes it hard to build trust, as you can never be sure if he will do what he says. This pattern leaves others feeling unsupported and overburdened, as they are forced to compensate for his shortcomings. The irresponsible man often lacks foresight, choosing immediate gratification over long-term stability. He may prioritize his own pleasures and desires over what is necessary or beneficial for the relationship. His inability to plan or consider the consequences of his actions results in repeated mistakes, often creating a cycle of instability that others must navigate. Dealing with this type of man can be emotionally and mentally exhausting. His refusal to take ownership of his role in life leads to missed opportunities and broken trust. Instead of building a foundation for growth, he tears it down with his careless behavior. Those who invest in him often find themselves drained, as his irresponsibility requires. A relationship with him becomes less of a partnership and more of a burden, leaving little room for progress or peace. The disrespectful man is one who consistently disregards the feelings, boundaries, and values of others. He operates with a sense of entitlement, believing that his opinions and desires are superior to those around him. This type of man fails to honor the dignity of those he interacts with, whether through dismissive words, condescending actions, or outright neglect of their worth. His behavior creates an atmosphere of tension and unease, as respect is the foundation of any healthy interaction, and his lack of it undermines trust and harmony. In relationships, the disrespectful man often minimizes or invalidates the emotions of his partner. He may dismiss concerns as overreactions or refuse to acknowledge the impact of his actions. His words can be cutting, and he may use sarcasm, criticism, or harsh tones to belittle others. Over time, this erodes confidence and creates an environment where open communication becomes impossible. Instead of fostering a sense of safety and partnership, he creates a dynamic of fear, frustration, or resentment. The disrespectful man also disregards boundaries, whether emotional, physical, or relational. He may ignore requests for space, push limits that have been clearly established, or behave in ways that show little regard for the comfort or well-being of others. His lack of consideration makes it clear that he prioritizes his own desires over mutual respect. This type of man often struggles with empathy as he is unwilling or unable to see situations from another's perspective. He may excuse his behavior as just being honest, or claim that others are too sensitive, failing to take responsibility for the harm he causes. His disrespect becomes a barrier to connection as it undermines the trust and mutual regard necessary for a strong relationship. Relationships with him become draining as his lack of respect chips away at peace and self-worth. Choosing the right people to allow into your life is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. The type of man you choose to walk alongside will either build you up or tear you down. Avoiding the uncommitted, self-centered, emotionally unavailable, manipulative, visionless, irresponsible, and disrespectful man is not about judgment. It is about protecting your peace, purpose, and potential. You were created to thrive, to grow, and to fulfill a unique destiny. Surrounding yourself with people who respect, honor, and support that journey is essential. Do not settle for less than you deserve. A relationship should be a partnership that empowers you to become the best version of yourself. Anything less is a distraction from the greatness you are meant to achieve. Walk away from anyone who diminishes your worth or disregards your values. Love yourself enough to demand better. Life is too precious and your purpose is too significant to waste on relationships that bring pain and confusion. Guard your heart, protect your peace, and choose wisely. You deserve a life and a love that aligns with the extraordinary person you are destined to become.